You were born in a specific moment, in a specific month, not by mere chance, but by an ancient pull that guided your arrival, an unseen force that whispered your name long before you ever took your first breath. Your birth was no accident, no random event in the great wheel of time. It was chosen, but not by you. The month of your birth, the season that cradled your first cry, holds the energy of an age-old pattern, a rhythm that echoes through your life, though you may not yet understand it. The stars above, the movements of the earth, the unseen dance of celestial forces, they aligned in that very moment, marking your soul with a time that would shape you in ways you have yet to fathom. You may look back at the date of your birth, the calendar that ticks away each year, and think it just a label, a number. But within that date, a deeper truth lies hidden. The month you entered the world carries a vibration, a pulse from the universe itself, a pulse that you are still following, even if you do not remember the call. What if, in your soul, there is a part of you that remembers this ancient alignment? What if the challenges you face, the lessons you learn, the very nature of your life's unfolding is not random, but shaped by a pattern that belongs to you and only you? What if everything, every decision, every moment, every joy and sorrow was planted in your life by the invisible hand of time, the very month that saw your birth? This month, this time, is more than just a passage of days. It is a signpost on the path of your soul's journey. In the rush of life, it's easy to forget this. We lose touch with the larger cosmic weave that is always at play. We become consumed with the demands of the world, chasing fleeting moments of happiness, success or approval. But in the quiet spaces, in the moments when we stop and listen, we can feel it, this ancient pulse calling us back to a deeper understanding. It may not be easy to recognize at first. The world we live in often clouds our connection to the mysteries of the universe. We become entangled in our thoughts, in the distractions of our everyday lives. Yet every now and then, you feel it, an inner whisper, a quiet knowing that stirs within you. What if the struggles you face, the patterns that seem to repeat in your life, are all connected to the very month in which you were born? What if that moment in time was a doorway into a greater understanding of yourself and your place in the world? The challenges you encounter, the people you meet, the places you go, these are all part of the intricate design that began before you took your first breath. The echoes of that time continue to ripple through your life, shaping the course of your destiny in ways you may never fully understand. But there is wisdom in this. There is a way to begin unlocking the mystery of your birth. To look at your life not as a series of random events, but as a sacred unfolding, a journey that is leading you back to something ancient within you. To truly understand this, you must be still. You must quiet the noise that surrounds you and listen, not with your ears, but with your soul. The answer is not found in the world outside, but in the stillness within. The month you were born is not a mere label. It is a key to understanding the threads of your existence, to unraveling the deeper purpose of your life. Take a moment now, as you breathe in the air of this present moment. Feel the pull of your birth month. Even if you do not remember, your soul remembers. There is something that connects you to the universe, something larger than you, something that has been guiding you all along. What if the answers you seek are not out there, but waiting for you to return to the time and space of your first arrival? What if the key to your peace, your joy, your purpose has been with you all along, buried in the month of your birth, waiting to be rediscovered? Let this realization sink in. And in the quiet, begin to ask yourself, what does the time of my birth reveal about me? What mysteries does it hold? For in that space, you will begin to feel the pull of the unseen force that brought you here. And so, with each breath, let yourself remember. Let yourself feel the whisper of the cosmos, the thread that ties your soul to the very moment you were born. The month you were born was chosen by something greater. And now it is time to remember what that something is. You were born at the intersection of time, where the world's ancient rhythms met the pulse of your unique soul. The month you were born carries not only the energy of the cosmos, but also the imprint of what you are here to become. It is a map drawn long before your first breath, guiding you along a path you have yet to fully understand. But what if the path is already within you, hidden beneath layers of forgetfulness, waiting for the right moment to be uncovered? What if the journey toward your true self has always been part of your soul's design, like an unspoken promise made before you ever stepped into the light of the world? There is a stillness in the heart of your being, a quiet understanding that often goes unnoticed in the noise of daily life. But this stillness, this inner knowing, is not something that must be sought out in the future. It is already here, echoing through the events of your life, woven into the very fabric of your existence. You may not see it now, but every moment, every challenge, every encounter is a part of this hidden path. The struggles you face are not random. They are not obstacles to be overcome without purpose. They are the threads of a greater design, connecting you to the lessons and wisdom your soul has chosen to learn. The months of your birth, the signs in the sky, the energies in the earth, all of these align with your inner truth, like stars that guide a ship through the night. Yet we are often blind to this connection. We rush through life, caught in the illusion that we must forge our own way, that we must control every aspect of our destiny. But in doing so, we ignore the subtle guidance that has always been present, waiting patiently for us to listen. The world around you is constantly shifting, and so too are you. But you must remember this: you are not lost. You have always been on the path. You are simply learning to see it. What if every hardship you have encountered in your life is not a failure, but a lesson waiting to be embraced? What if the pain you've experienced is not punishment, but a necessary part of your soul's evolution? Each step on this path, each challenge, carries you closer to the deeper understanding of who you are and why you are here. But to truly see this, you must become still enough to notice. You must step out of the rhythm of constant striving and open your heart to the quiet that already exists within you. It is in this silence that the wisdom of your soul begins to speak, not with words, but with a knowing that transcends thought. This knowing is a compass, guiding you not to a destination, but toward an understanding of yourself that is both timeless and profound. In the sacred quiet, the ancient patterns that shape your life begin to reveal themselves. You begin to understand that you were born in this specific month, at this specific time, not by chance, but by design. Your soul has been moving toward this moment for eons, preparing for the unfolding of the mysteries that lie ahead. You may ask, but why the struggle? Why the suffering? Why does it feel so hard to walk this path? The answer is simple. It is through the fire of suffering that the soul is refined. It is in the darkest moments that we come closest to the light of our true self. Every struggle, every tear, every moment of doubt is not a sign of failure, but of growth. The path that you are walking is sacred, and it has been preparing you for something greater than you can yet imagine. You are the product of ancient energies, of cosmic forces that have shaped your very being. The month you were born carries the frequency of your soul's purpose, and it is this purpose that will guide you through the twists and turns of your life. But there is one thing you must remember. You are not separate from this path. You are not an outsider trying to force your way into a world that doesn't understand you. You are the path itself. Your life, your struggles, your triumphs, they are all part of the great unfolding that began long before you were born. To understand this, you must learn to trust. Trust that the challenges you face are not the result of bad luck, but of a deeper, ancient wisdom that is unfolding within you. Trust that the month you were born into was not a random event, but a deliberate choice by the universe itself, designed to... So take a moment now, close your eyes and breathe deeply. Let go of the rush of your thoughts, the weight of your worries. In this space, feel the energy of your birth month. Feel the pulse of the cosmos that has been with you since the beginning. It is there within you, guiding you, waiting for you to remember. When you allow yourself to be still, you begin to see that the path has always been there, waiting for you to walk it. It is not a path of linear progress, but a sacred circle, a dance between the inner and outer worlds. Every step you take, every decision you make, is part of a greater movement that you are only beginning to understand. And in this moment, you stand at the threshold of a new understanding. What if the next step on your journey is not about striving or achieving, but about surrendering to the path that has always been laid before you? In the stillness, let go of the need to control. Trust in the rhythm of the universe. The month you were born into is not just a time, it is a song, and you are its music. You walk through life unaware of the quiet, invisible forces that guide you. Each step, though seemingly your own, is gently shaped by the energies that surround you, the people you meet, the places you find, yourself, the unexpected turns of your life. Each of these is connected to the time of your birth, to the month that was chosen for you before your very soul arrived. Your birth month holds a unique energy, a frequency that continues to ripple outward, touching the lives of others, weaving them into the fabric of your story. The relationships you form, the encounters you have, are not random. They are part of a larger dance, a cosmic choreography that echoes from the moment you first entered the world. What if the people you meet, even in passing, carry with them a purpose you cannot yet see? What if the circumstances that seem to arise out of nowhere are not obstacles, but invitations, invites to remember your true self, to return to the deeper rhythm that was set in motion the moment you were born? Consider how certain people in your life seem to carry an energy that matches your own, as if they were placed there with intention. These connections are not mere accidents. They are expressions of the cosmic pattern that began at the moment of your birth. The month you entered the world, with all its astrological, seasonal, and elemental energies, has shaped the relationships you will encounter. Some will challenge you, others will uplift you, but all will guide you toward the remembering of who you truly are. And yet, there are also those whose paths will cross yours unexpectedly, seemingly out of nowhere. These are the encounters that seem to carry an almost predestined quality, an unexplainable magnetism. Perhaps they come as teachers or as reflections of parts of yourself you have yet to fully embrace. Every connection, every meeting carries a lesson. If only you have the eyes to see. These relationships, these bonds, are intricately linked to your birth month's energies, and they push you toward the soul's evolution. The struggle, the joy, the conflict, the harmony, it is all part of a deeper process unfolding over time. The month of your birth is a doorway, and as you encounter these people and experiences, you move closer to understanding its full meaning. Do you see now? Do you see how everything, every person, every experience is an echo of the time in which you arrived on this earth? The forces that shaped the world around you, the season, the stars, the air you breathed as a child, continue to influence you today. But in this influence lies both power and responsibility. You are not simply a passive observer wandering through life at the mercy of unseen forces. You are an active participant in this cosmic design. Every choice you make sends ripples through the fabric of existence, touching not only your life, but the lives of others as well. Your energy, shaped by the month of your birth, interacts with the energies of those around you, creating an ongoing exchange, a cycle that continues to evolve. In this exchange, there is an invitation to awaken, to step fully into the rhythm of your birth, to dance with the energies that surround you, rather than resisting them. But awakening is not always gentle. It requires you to face parts of yourself that may be hidden, parts of your life that may feel uncomfortable or unresolved. To truly understand the influence of your birth month, you must be willing to sit with what arises in these moments. You must face the discomfort, the confusion, the uncertainty, and trust that each feeling, each event, is an invitation to remember. The universe is not asking you to fight against these energies. It is asking you to align with them, to move with the currents of your life, not against them. When you resist the flow, when you fight the forces that are at play, you are only prolonging your own suffering. But when you allow yourself to move in harmony with the rhythms of your birth, something profound happens. You begin to see the interconnectedness of all things, the struggles you face in relationships, the people who seem to come into your life at just the right time. They are not obstacles to be avoided, but teachers placed on your path by the very month you were born. The cycles you repeat, the patterns you revisit, they are the echoes of the past, and they are here to guide you towards something greater. You may have once believed that your life was a series of random events, disconnected moments strung together by time, but now you begin to see the truth. Your life is an intricate web, woven with intention, purpose, and design. Every moment, every interaction, every choice you make is part of the cosmic dance that began long before you were born. And this is where the mystery deepens. You are not alone on this path. The month you were born is not a solitary event. It is a link in a much larger chain, stretching back to the beginning of time. The energy that flows through you is ancient, and it connects you to all that has come before and all that will come after. So let yourself reflect. How have the people in your life shaped your journey? What patterns have you noticed repeating, not just in your relationships, but in the very events of your life? What lessons are being taught through the people who appear in your path? And as you ask these questions, listen closely to the answer that arises, not with your mind, but with your soul. For it is in the quiet, in the space between your thoughts, that you will hear the truth. You are not separate from these people, from these events. You are connected to them by the same cosmic force that shaped the very month of your birth. As you step forward, know that the energy of your birth month continues to guide you, influencing your path in ways you are only beginning to understand. And in the coming chapters, we will explore how these influences continue to unfold, leading you deeper into the sacred mystery of who you truly are. For now, rest in the knowledge that you are not lost. You are exactly where you need to be. The month you were born carries the blueprint of your soul's journey, and with each breath, you are moving ever closer to remembering the ancient purpose that first called you into being. There is a stillness within you, a silent thread that runs through your heart, stretching back to the very moment of your birth. In this thread, in this sacred pulse, lies the wisdom of your soul's purpose, a purpose woven into the fabric of your being by the month in which you were born. This thread is the key to understanding the deeper patterns of your life. The energy of the month you entered the world carries with it more than just the astrological and elemental forces of your time. It holds the invisible blueprint of your soul, the lessons you are meant to learn, the energies that will challenge and guide you. But these patterns are often not obvious. They are buried beneath the surface of your daily thoughts, hidden within the fabric of your relationships, your fears, your desires, and your dreams. In your waking life, you may notice that certain themes keep arising, like echoes from the past. Perhaps you find yourself repeating the same patterns in relationships, encountering similar challenges, or experiencing moments of déjà vu, where everything feels oddly familiar. These are the patterns of your soul, repeating the lessons you have come to learn. They are not random events. They are part of the ancient rhythm of your life. Have you ever wondered why some experiences feel so familiar, even when they seem new? Why do certain emotions rise in you, unbidden, during moments of calm or joy? These feelings, these situations, are not coincidences. They are part of the pattern that was set into motion by the month of your birth. What if you could see your life as a spiral, not a straight line? Each turn, each cycle, brings you back to a place of learning, a place where you are invited to remember something deeper about yourself. The month of your birth, with its unique cosmic imprint, provides the first key to unlocking this spiral. The month you were born does not simply mark the passage of time. It marks the beginning of a sacred rhythm, a pattern that runs through your life. It is in this pattern that you will begin to understand who you are and why you have come. Every cycle you experience, every lesson you face is part of this larger unseen design. Yet you may ask, why does it feel so difficult to break free of these patterns? Why do they seem to follow me, no matter how much I try to change? The answer lies in the nature of the pattern itself. The rhythm of your soul is not something you can escape or outrun. It is part of the cosmic order. It is through these cycles that you grow, learn, and evolve. Just as the seasons change, so too does your life move in cycles. And just as the earth must go through its cycles of death and rebirth, so too must you. These cycles may feel like obstacles, but they are invitations, invites to release the parts of yourself that no longer serve you and to step more fully into the person you are becoming. In this moment, consider what patterns have been recurring in your life. What lessons do they seem to carry? What energies do they invoke within you? Have you noticed any themes in your relationships, in your work, in your inner world that seem to repeat? These are the echoes of your birth month. The cosmic design that began when you first entered the world continues to unfold within you, calling you to move deeper into your own truth. To face these patterns is not always easy. They may bring discomfort, confusion, and even pain. But remember this. It is through facing these patterns that you will uncover the hidden wisdom within them. You do not need to fight against the flow. The pattern, the rhythm of your soul's journey, is not something to be resisted. It is something to be embraced. Every challenge you face, every struggle, every tear is part of the great unfolding of your soul. In these moments of difficulty, ask yourself, what am I being called to remember? The answers may not come all at once, but as you move through the cycles of your life with awareness, you will begin to see the truth. The month you were born into was not an accident. It was a key. It is your key to unlocking the deeper patterns of your life, to understanding the forces that shape you. In your moments of silence, in the space between thoughts, listen for the whispers of your soul. Listen for the rhythm that has been with you all along, guiding you through each season, each cycle. The month of your birth holds a secret, and when you begin to tune into this secret, the patterns of your life will begin to reveal themselves, not as random occurrences, but as sacred steps in the dance of your soul. As you reflect on these patterns, let go of the need to control or to force them into your understanding. Instead, allow yourself to sink into the rhythm of your soul's journey. Trust that each moment, no matter how challenging, is part of the greater design. The cosmic blueprint that began with the month of your birth is still unfolding, still leading you toward your true self. You are not bound by the patterns of your past, but shaped by them. And as you move through each cycle, you are being invited to expand, to grow, and to remember who you truly are. Next, we will explore the deeper spiritual significance of these patterns. the way they speak to the timeless truths within you. For in these patterns, you will discover the hidden face of your soul, the parts of yourself that are waiting to awaken. But first, ask yourself, what do the patterns of your life reveal about the person you are becoming? What lessons still lie ahead? In this exploration, the final key will be revealed. But for now, know this. The patterns you have lived, the cycles you have experienced are not your burden. They are your invitation to step into the fullness of your true self. In the deepest corners of your soul, there is a knowing that exists beyond words, beyond the fleeting concerns of the world. This knowing has always been there, waiting for you to remember, waiting for you to listen to its call. It speaks to you through the cycles of your life, through the repeating patterns that have shaped your journey. The month of your birth is a door, a portal into this ancient wisdom, and with each passing year, the invitation to remember grows louder. But you may wonder, what exactly are you being called to remember? What is this ancient wisdom that seems to elude you, yet always lingers in the background of your life, like a distant whisper? To understand this, you must first recognize that the patterns and cycles that you have been moving through are not just random echoes of the past. They are reflections of a deeper truth about your soul's journey. The universe does not act without purpose. Every challenge, every triumph, every person that comes into your life has meaning. And each moment is a part of the process of remembering your true essence. Your soul, like the earth itself, has its own rhythm, its own cycle of birth, growth, death, and rebirth. The month in which you were born holds a frequency, a unique vibration that resonates with this rhythm. It is this frequency that carries the answers to the questions you have been seeking, to the wisdom you have been longing for. It is not far away, nor is it hidden in some distant time. It is within you, encoded in the very fabric of your being. In the process of your life's unfolding, you are being called to remember that you are more than just your thoughts, more than just your emotions, more than just the roles you play in the world. You are a soul, timeless and vast, intricately woven into the tapestry of the universe, and the key to unlocking your soul's deeper purpose lies in the quiet remembrance of the rhythm of your birth, the struggle you face, the confusion, the longing. It is all part of the remembering. It is not a sign that you are lost, but a sign that you are being drawn back to something ancient, something true. You may feel disconnected at times, or as though you are searching for something you cannot name, but it is always with you, always within you. To remember is not to return to the past. It is to awaken to the truth of who you are in this moment. The month you were born into holds the energy of your soul's purpose, and it continues to guide you, even when you are not fully aware of its influence. Each cycle, each lesson, is part of the process of rediscovering your true self. So ask yourself, what have the cycles of my life taught me? What wisdom do the repeating patterns hold? These questions are not meant to be answered with your mind, but with your heart. The answers will not come from external sources, but from the deep well of your soul. In the silence, in the stillness, you will begin to feel the pull of the truth that has always been with you. And as you begin to feel this truth, you may also sense that there is more to your journey, more to your purpose, more to the meaning of your life. This more is not something that can be grasped, but something that must be allowed to unfold. It is the eternal dance between the known and the unknown, the seen and the unseen. The process of remembering is not a straight line, but a spiral that leads you inward, back to the center of your being, where the truth of your soul resides. In the quiet moments when you stop and listen, the invitation to remember becomes clearer. The forces that shaped your birth, the energies that guided your first steps, are still with you. They are not distant. They are here, within you, ready to awaken to a deeper understanding. You are not lost. You have never been lost. You are simply remembering. But what if, in your search for this deeper truth, you have been running from it all along? What if the noise of the world, the distractions, the endless striving has been a way of avoiding the very truth you seek? What if the answer you have been longing for has always been present, but you have been too busy to hear it? In these moments of quiet reflection, allow yourself to surrender to the invitation. Let go of the need to control, to understand, to force the answers. Instead, open your heart to the possibility that the remembering is already happening in every moment, in every breath. There is a sacred rhythm that has been with you since the moment you were born. The patterns you have lived through are not signs of failure, but guides, teaching you to move in harmony with the cosmic dance of your life. Every cycle, every challenge, every relationship is an invitation to awaken, to remember. You were born into a time and place that held meaning for your soul's journey. The energies of your birth month carry the codes of your purpose, and the more you allow yourself to remember, the more you will begin to see the interconnectedness of all things. The path you are walking is not separate from the rest of the universe. It is part of the great unfolding, a journey that began long before your first breath and will continue long after you have passed from this world. As you walk this path, remember, you are not alone. You are part of something much greater than you can yet understand. A cosmic flow that has always been with you, always guiding you back to the truth of who you are. But what parts of yourself are you still running from? What truths are you avoiding? The invitation to remember is always present, but only you can choose to answer it. In the stillness, listen. Feel the pull of the ancient rhythm that calls you home. And in that silence, you will know you are not lost. You have never been lost. You have only forgotten the rhythm, and now it is time to remember. As the truth begins to surface, the final realization will arrive. But for now, let yourself rest in the knowledge that you are on the right path. The journey of remembrance has already begun, and it is leading you back to the heart of who you truly are. You have walked this far, and yet the path is still before you. The whispers of the past call you, and the future seems to beckon with promises of clarity. But there is a deeper truth that you must face. The journey is not meant to be completed. It is the unfolding itself, the ever-deepening process of remembering that is the destination. We are taught in the world that there is an end to every journey, a final destination where we will arrive, having found all the answers, having solved all the mysteries. But this belief is an illusion. The journey of remembering, the awakening to your true self, is not about reaching a fixed point. It is a path that spirals inward, always leading you deeper into the essence of who you are. In this moment, ask yourself, what if there is no final answer? What if the truth I seek is not a destination, but a continual process of becoming? The cosmic design that began when you were born, the patterns that have shaped your life, have led you to this very moment. But this moment is not the end. It is simply another turning of the wheel, another cycle of growth and remembrance. And just as the moon waxes and wanes, just as the seasons shift and turn, so too will your own journey continue, unfolding in ways you cannot yet fully understand. The month of your birth is a seed planted deep within your soul. But like all seeds, it requires time to grow, to push through the soil, to reach for the light. And even when it begins to grow, it does not stop. It continues to reach, to expand, to evolve. Your soul's journey is like this seed. You will never reach a point where you can say, I am finished. The path will always call you forward, into deeper layers of yourself, into deeper layers of the universe. You may feel the urge to complete this journey, to find that final answer that will bring you peace. But in doing so, you may miss the true beauty of the process, the quiet unfolding of your soul, the way it reaches for understanding without ever fully grasping it. It is this reaching, this longing, that is the essence of spiritual life. It is the question, not the answer, that connects you to the divine. Consider this. What if the moments of discomfort, the struggles, the unanswered questions, are the very places where your soul is growing the most? What if it is in these moments of uncertainty that you are closest to your true self? The invitation is not to find an answer, but to learn how to live with the questions, how to remain present in the mystery. And yet, even as you stand on this path, the ancient forces of your birth continue to shape your steps. You are not wandering aimlessly. Every turn, every encounter, every joy and sorrow is part of the unfolding design of your soul's purpose. The month of your birth has placed you here, and the energies that shape that time continue to guide you in ways that you may not even recognize. But here lies the true challenge: to trust in this process, to trust in the journey without needing to control it, to let go of the desire for certainty. For as long as you seek finality, as long as you chase the illusion of completion, you will continue to run in circles, missing the point of the path altogether. The key is in embracing the unknown, in surrendering to the mystery of your soul's unfolding. In this surrender, you will find the deepest peace, not the peace that comes from knowing all the answers, but the peace that arises from the acceptance of what is. It is in this acceptance that you are free to move forward, not as someone seeking an end, but as someone who is learning to walk in the rhythm of life's eternal dance. You have been on this path long enough to see the pattern. Your birth month, the time that shaped your soul's journey, has led you to this place. But this place is not the final stop. It is only a pause, a moment of reflection, a brief stillness before the next turn. And so the question remains: what within you still resists this journey? What parts of yourself are still hiding from the truth? It is in these hidden parts that you will find your greatest opportunities for growth. The unfinished nature of this journey is not something to fear, but something to embrace. For it is in the space between your steps, in the moments of uncertainty, that the sacred invitation to awaken is most alive. You meditate, yet still run from yourself. You seek peace, but still feed the noise that steals it. You long for clarity, but resist the mystery that brings it. In this sacred tension, where the path remains unfinished and the answers seem distant, you are being called to move forward, not with certainty, but with trust. You are still here because something inside you longs to awaken. And as you walk this path, step by step, you will find that the question was never about finding an answer. It was always about learning to walk with the mystery. The rhythm of your soul continues. The month you were born into continues to echo in your being. The patterns you have lived are part of a greater design, a design that is still unfolding. Now you must choose. Will you continue to search for a destination, or will you surrender to the eternal journey that awaits you? Choose a new path, or keep feeding the same noise.